going to start talking about the first row while the other 5 cards decide to come out. So the first card, okay, interesting. So the Page of Wands here indicates a fire sign. It could be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius that you're dealing with, especially in your midst. It's somebody who's very, very quite charming, okay? You might be taken in by this person, and I believe this one came out first. Okay. So you might be taken in by this person, and more than anything, it's a new energy. It's a page, so it's a new energy. And I do feel like a lot of you might have had a declaration of love, might have like received, you know, like I guess somebody making a pass at you, or you know, like just somebody asking you to go on a date, like somebody courting you. And I do feel it's interesting that the cards are showing up like this, because what I'm sensing is this fire sign is external to you. So it's somebody coming in, you know, wooing you, courting you, and saying all these, you know, things in really nice compliments in very flowery language. And you're just like really mesmerized by this person, and you're kind of like trying to jump the gun. But your guides are telling you, no, hold back a little bit, because what you see is not all that what you get. Okay, so be patient, be patient, be patient. So patience is going to be required. So no matter how shiny and nice and clean this person looks, I do feel that don't let your passion, don't let your need to be in a relationship make you jump the gun on this. Okay, so be very, very careful. I do feel that it's a positive influence, it's a positive energy, but it's also a very young energy, which might mean that this person might not be, you know, as reliable and as great of a long-term committed partner as you would hope for. So just keep that in mind and be very careful. I do sense as well that the cards are very, very relationship oriented for this month. I only have one Pentacles card in relationship oriented, okay? So the only advice here is for the entire month, don't let your, I guess, your need to be in relationships, or you know, your need to feel wanted and needed and loved, get the best of you. Take things extra slow, because this person, as you can see, he's got his staff planted in the ground. He's not going anywhere. So you have time to mull it over and see what it is that you want to do. And I say that because we have like two kings, one knight of different suits showing up. So there are a lot of dating prospects for you. So just, you know, hold off a little bit. So, you know, be patient, all right? What's really interesting is I do feel that there is once again, there is an earth sign in your presence. And this earth sign is being overshadowed by all the other people in your life, basically. So this earth sign is trying to make a breakthrough, but he or she is being blocked by all the other candidates that are vying for your attention, is what I'm sensing. So things are a little bit, you know, not in favor of this earth sign. He or she is also showing up in the reverse position, which indicates to me that he or she, this earth sign, is dealing with some of his or her own issues regarding relationship partners, regarding, you know, problem like personality traits, in terms of like not being able to let go of the past, not being able to shake off old people, or even like not being in a right emotional frame of mind, or emotional state to date. So they're not ready to date just yet, and I do feel that you're going to have to wait, okay? This earth sign has potential, but there are a lot of like unfavorable cards and potentially problematic cards that are surrounding, you know, him or her. So it might be a little bit problematic for you both to have a relationship get off to the right in the right footing or get off the ground in the right way, okay? So what I do feel is, first of all, this person is looking back at the past to try to fix something. And I do feel that the effort is in vain, so he or she doesn't know that. And then what's coming in for this person is that there is some institutional changes, so which means they might be in a relationship with somebody and they're, going through separation, divorce, and things like that. So this is like a very, very murky ground. This relationship itself, I don't feel they're a bad person, but it's just a little bit problematic getting into the relationship with them right now. At the same time, they are offering you, a relationship, but I do feel your attention is turned elsewhere. Your attention is turned towards somebody of a more vibrant energy, somebody who is more talkative, somebody who makes you feel at ease, whereas this earth sign is kind of stagnant. So you're not really making any traction in this direction, so you're turning over there to this other, shiny figure who is very like vibrant. And people like to be complimented, and I do feel like most people will gravitate towards the ones that wear their hearts in their sleeves, because then you know where you stand with them. So it's just you're drawn to somebody else, but you're kind of like caught between two people, but you're not giving this earth sign the time of day. I feel like his or her gestures are kind of going over your head, so different wavelengths here. So another energy that I have here is a water sign. So we have the King of Cups. So this is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I do feel this King of Cups, it can also be a she. A lot of you female Aquarius might be dealing with a water sign. I do feel that this gentleman is going to be older than you. If you are a male Aquarius dealing with a water sign, I do feel male Aquarius are going to be dealing with fire signs, more than anything. But anywho, this water sign is going to be a little bit older, and I do feel, in the upright position, it's always favorable. I do feel he or she just got out of a serious relationship too, and possibly a marriage, possibly went through a separation and something like that, where at this point they're kind of like self-protective, and they're very charming. They have a great, great personality, very caring, and he or she is sitting on top of the wish card. So this is your Mr. Right here. So I do feel that this person is the one that is going to offer you a lot of stability, whatever it is that you're looking for in a relationship. I do feel this person is the one that is going to make you happy, okay? Or at least from the get-go, you are going to feel as if the relationship itself is very karmic, okay? So for this month, I do feel it is going to be really, really favorable for you. I want you to be aware of this. Another way that in which the coupling of the cards can play out is traditionally in a negative aspect of the King of Cups. It is somebody who might have like an alcohol issue, and this card does indicate it's a wish card, but very often when I do readings, like private readings, it does come out as somebody with a penchant for like over drinking, okay, overindulgence. And over drinking, overindulgence. If there is anything like that, make sure that you protect yourself accordingly, and you try to get the other person some help if it's somebody you're emotionally invested in. It could also be, let me see. It could also be showing up not only as a relationship partner, but also like a friend who is older than you, of a water sign that you might that you feel might have like an alcohol issue, for example, and that's something that you want to, help them with, or find resources to help them, okay? So what's coming through is we have your card here. A lot of you are going to be like very, very on guard. I do feel in general that you're going to be able to shake old habits when it comes to relationship, which is that you're going to be very, very careful about who it is that you give your heart out to. And I do feel for Aquarius, you're not, it's funny because for a typical Aquarius, I don't feel that you go after the same things, or you are interested in the same traits in your potential love partner the way the other signs do. You want somebody who's a little quirky, who's very like sure of him or herself, and you want somebody that is unique. You want somebody different. But the unique and the different people, like the ones that are really like exciting, they're not very stable, and they're not great, stable relationship partners, so you end up disappointed. So this time around, you're taking a different approach. You would rather have somebody who's a little bit more stable. Hence, you're kind of like restraining yourself, or you're being guided to restrain yourself and not jump too fast at the first offer of love, okay? So while you might be very attracted to this person, I do feel it might be like somebody completely brand new, or somebody a little bit younger than you that you're very just fascinated by. He or she exudes a really good, colorful aura, and you find them really irresistible. And you're going to like take a step back and decide that, okay, no, it hasn't really worked out in my past, so I'm not going to, take the same approach. I'm going to do something different, which is that I'm going to wait. So heed that inner voice, listen to your guidance, or your guides, and try to take things extra slow, okay? Because I do feel that you might end up, in the same, repeating the same pattern all over again if you're not careful. So be very, very careful about, think about all your exes. If they all have like the same traits, same characteristics, then it's probably you're probably not dating the right type. So it is important to expand your spectrum of who it is that you're looking for and who it is that you want to date, because I have so many suitors coming through, and the only thing missing, well, no, we have every suitor of, every element sign is in here. So we have air, fire, earth, and water. So we have the whole gamut. And it is really important for you to test it out if you want to. If you are socially dating, I do feel that keep things very light and keep things very unemotional, because you're going to need that sense of objectivity in order to figure out what people are about and to figure out who's the best fit for you, okay? So even though you might be an Aquarius, you might have different sun and rising and moon signs in different signs. So it's not going to apply to you, but it's really important to know, really take some time to date and be objective enough to know who's the best fit for you. So among the other three signs, who's the best fit for you? And I do feel that by the end of this month, a lot of you will go ahead and, go proceed with whoever it is that you feel is the best fit. And you're going to have a very, very happy love life. So it looks very favorable. So not only that, we do have the Judgment card, which brings in a new beginning. So I do feel, you're leaving the past behind, in which you have like a string of unhealthy relationships. You're going forward, and you're not really looking for, long-term committed relationships. Even though, if it presents itself down the line, you're going to be open to it. But you're going into this dating situation without an agenda, which is a really nice, breezy, and a very sophisticated way of entering relationships, without strings attached, without agenda, without expectations. I wouldn't say high expectations, because expectations are definitely very high. Okay, you know what you want at this point, and you're not going to settle for less. And you are very, very discriminate about who you let in or who you spend your time with, because life, honestly, is too short. You have now matured into a king, and with a king, there are responsibilities that you need to take care of, like practical things that you have to take care of to sustain your lifestyle, to sustain yourself, such as, your friends, your family, your leisure time is very limited. So at this point, you don't really want to squander free time with people of like low vibration, or people who might be bad company. So you're letting that go, and you're kicking old habits, and as a result, you are entering relationships in a more mature, in a more detached, in a more objective manner, which, bodes well for long-term committed relationships in general. And what's coming in as the very end is that you're going to get what you want, okay? this extensive screening process that you've set up to in order to gauge other people, and also in order to get other people to you're not putting up with lip service. You want people to come through with tangible proof, with with concrete evidence, rather than putting up with people who might talk big, but they don't really have anything to show for it. So it's a very discriminative, but a very objective energy that is coming through for you. It's, I would say, like discriminating energy that is coming through for you. So I feel that it is very, very favorable. A lot of you who might be, ending the month pairing yourself up with a water sign, a lot of you. But whatever you decide to do, I do feel that as people, we all have, emotional baggage. So even if this guy's got emotional baggage, I do feel that the time for that, it has a time and a place, I feel. So once he or she gets over that, they'll be in a better place, and they might be a good potential candidate down the line. I normally look at, first and last cards just to see the transition through the month, but I also look at the middle, like the middle two cards, like the middle column, just to see one of the, it could potentially be like an obstacle or something that that will be a benefit for you. And I do sense in general this is an obstacle. This is being tied to somebody, possibly an earth sign that you're not able to completely let go of, okay? So this is the only danger coming through, mainly because you have a lot of potential suitors here. So make room for other people. If this person cannot, at this point, or at any point in his or her life, give you what it is that you want, then seek a new beginning elsewhere with another person. So don't hold yourself back waiting for another person who doesn't really have their act together, because I do feel that this person is looking a little bit too much towards the past, or they might promise you more things that they can't really deliver. And timing is everything, and timing is not on your side when it comes to an earth sign at this moment. So move on with your life, and check out the other suitors, because we have so many good people coming through. You have a lot of good signs coming through for you, and new beginnings. By the end of this month, there is going to be like a new relationship coming through. So I feel that it is very, very favorable for you on the love front, okay? So let's see money situation. I mean, all this dating, all this going out, I feel like it's going to drain you somewhat. So let's just see the financial situation. Okay, well, I have two cards. They're both fives, so just be a little bit careful with spending, okay? Five of Pentacles and Five of Swords. Now, it's funny because you're an air sign, and the Pentacles is the earth sign. So there's going to be a little bit of a financial conflict, I guess, on the work front. If you are dealing with an earth sign on the work front, money is going to be slow in coming, and also there's some like shifty energy regarding the work situation, in which I do feel a lot of you are pretty good workers. You have really good work ethics, and you do your work very well. And if you're in an environment where you feel intellectually stimulated, then you're going to be just fine. But I do feel like there's a sense of distraction on the work front, in which your mind is like not on the game. So just concentrate and do a good job with your work situation. Don't be distracted by other things, and also keep deadlines in mind on the work front. Don't procrastinate, and don't get things done like at the very last minute, because the quality is going to suffer. So there's an element of an earth figure in your work environment, and he or she seems like they're dealing with a lot of things. So they might be slow in terms of payment. There might be like negotiations between you and them in terms of payment. And I've mentioned this even for last month. A lot of the residual energy is coming through. So just focus on your work when you're at work, and wait, you have to wait it out. I do feel this is a card of a swift victory, but it's also a card of conflict. So there's an element of like, there are other people he or she needs to pay in order for him or her to pay you. Okay, so just be careful about that. Money is slow in coming, so don't overexert yourself. Don't go, don't blow through your savings going out on dates. And just take care of yourself. And overall, it is a really, really good month in general in terms of romantic prospects, love, and finding that person, finding out who it is that you want to be with. Okay, for the weekly reading. So enjoy yourself. Keep me posted as